All right, welcome back to LOK. Last time we did some really cool advanced puzzles, 54 and 55, and we did some ones before that as well, I think. I can't quite remember how much I've been doing each time. Yeah, really fascinating stuff going on. I'm so blown away by how a puzzle that looks like such a mess that would be so hard to figure out just ends up being a way of thinking about it. And part of it is just looking for patterns that would be interesting, and part of it is like looking for deductions that help me narrow it down. And just the way those two things blend together is working really well. Let's see if that continues with 64 and 65. Here's my pencil. Okay. Well, I'm probably going to need the plastic, right? So let's use that. So there's this thing over here. Wait, what was the rule for this section? We're not at the LOLO bit, are we? Oh, maybe we are. We totally are. Yeah, I remember this. Okay. Ooh, this is an interesting rule because it really changes the dynamic of like what you can shade in. So there's a thing here. Like, what's that going to mean? Is it going to mean that I'm doing a diagonal across all those blank spaces? Or is there something else to that? Like, could I just be doing it with a lock? I could be doing it with a lock. Why not, right? But then doing a diagonal feels like it'd be a better idea if we want to like cover off as many things as possible. But that could be a trap. Let's not fall for the trap. Okay, what's available right now? I see a lock by going through these X's. Do I see a tlack anywhere? T, 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 L, no. T, L, no. T, no. So Lolo. I could see that potentially happening around here. L, O, the K would have to be gone. Then there'd have to be an X there. So there's no B's and E's here, so we're not adding new letters in. We probably are doing a tar at some point. I can see where a tar could come from. So how many T's do we have actually? 2? One there, one there. So if one of them's for a tar, is the other one for a tlack? Quite probably. And if maybe we're using 2 L's for a lolo, in which case there's 1 L for a tlack, so that could work out. Or that's for that lock. But then tlack can't work out unless we can double use an L. We can double use an L, right? Yes, yeah, that's fine. There's a place to loop around in here with these 2 X's. So actually, I would be okay if that L were gone and that were filled in. But I think these are... Oh yeah, okay. So lock, fill that in. Because if that were filled in and one of these 2 L's were gone... Ooh, could we be coming all the way up here? I see a pattern. I see this shape with these X's. That's totally something. That is totally something. But then it could be a red herring of sorts. So I was thinking lock would get rid of this. Because like, what else is going to get rid of that? I guess the tlack, but I think I'm doing a lolo at some point. There's a bunch of A's here. A whole bunch of A's all next to each other. Kind of curious. So what was I thinking here in terms of doing lolo? I mean, another way that could work is by doing... I could see the LO happening around here, maybe, and lock's happening somewhere else. L. The problem here is we've got two L's in a row, except we could go this way. L, O, ignoring the K. L, O, L, O. Oh no, I can't change like that. L, O, L. So that'll just be lol. L, O, go this way. If the A were gone, go right round, and the T were gone, then we could do that L. So it's possible. L, O. Oh no, but then I didn't get the. Oh yeah, I ended up back at the L, but I need another O. Unless I hit the same one twice. Is it possible getting rid of two L's and just actually doing a loop where I hit L, O twice? To get rid of another L, I guess I'd want to do a tlack or something. There is a K there. Tlack. There's an AK. There's a... Where do I see tlacks at all here? I see an AK there. TL. TL. Turn around. AK. All the rest of this other stuff have to be gone. How are the rest of these A's going? I mean, we could be doing more than one tar. Oh, this is very open. However, that pattern that I'm seeing is totally part of the trick here. There's like some really big loop happening, for sure. We're also covering this. So actually, why don't we think about that? If we're doing an LO, the very least that means two, like one L and one O is going. So let's just like mark that in. Let's do some resource management. I would cover off all that stuff. At that point, what do we have available? Do we have enough stuff for a LOK? Let's say we have enough stuff for a LOK. LOK. And those are all unique letters, there's no repeating of them. At that point, do we have enough stuff for a tlack? We do. Remember, that would have gotten rid of one other thing, so maybe that one. T, L, I'm just going to say A, K. Now at that point, we've got two A. Oh, tlack. That gets rid of two things. A, tar. This is totally the series of things that I'm doing. It all works out too nicely. It's just how exactly. And when I did that, did I just use two? I did just use two L's. Oh, sorry. In the LO, I used two things only, which means I need some path. So what can I start off with? I can start off with LOK and like fill in that. Then how do I get tlack is the next thing, right? T and go to the X, L. Oh. T go to the X, L, T. It's not going to be that T. That T is for the tar for sure. So I think I've done something wrong already. Right? Like this T needs to be able to do a tlack at some point, which means going across TL, A, K. That would require doing some complicated stuff. But maybe the tlack happens first? Can it happen first? I don't think so. TL, TA. It definitely can't happen first. So maybe the LOK is happening somewhere else. But then I'd have to get to the OK. There's an OK here as well. Oh, there's a LOK there. LOK. Fill that in. This allows tlack to happen. T, L, A, K. Fill in U and U. I've got it. That's it. That's it. Perfect. Really, really, really cool. So LOK here. Did not see that one. LOK. Fill that in. Tlack into the X turn. L into the X turn. Into the X turn. Into the X turn. A. K. and fill in two things, this one and this one. Then LO, extern, 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 LO to do the diagonal. Fantastic. T, A to do the X's. Awesome. 65. Look at this one. Adjacency is going to be weird here. It's going to be really hard to see what could work together. There's also so many like random letters. Whew. So this is also LO world. L. Where else do we have L's? Okay, let's bring this back on. LO. When I brought that back on, it still had the what I previously drawn on it. It made me think of like, ooh, what about a puzzle thing where actually like using the plastic sheet is like part of it, and you like put the plastic sheet on other puzzles and it like tells you something. I don't know. Anyway, okay, LO. I see two, an L and O here. Do we have the potential for a BE here? There's a B, there's an E. We have an L, A. Oh gosh, so where are the O's? O, O. Those are the only O's. This one does not have, I mean, like there is an L. How would the K be going away? The L, O. There isn't actually an L and O already connected here. And there's X's in these corners, which kind of makes me think maybe an X is going there. How would they get a BE? All this stuff in the middle is all letters that I can't use. So I guess I'm using words around the outside to fill in some of these, and maybe that will create adjacency in ways that allows me to do other stuff, right? So that's where the two O's are. L's, there's quite a few. What words can I do right now? So none of these letters have got anything to do with words. So we just need to look around the outside. I've got a lock. No, I don't. I'd have to turn. I have a tlack down here. Do I have anything else at all? I think I might not. Without turning. So tlack. And that's going to give me something else. Like I'm going to bridge across somewhere. Could I do the BE already or not? I think the BE is going to have to go this way, right? So I don't think so. But if I'm crossing over, then the word needs to be 2 letters long. Tar. There's potential for that. TA. Lock. I mean, I could be getting rid of like the V and the K and then do lock. I kind of feel like I want to get rid of everything in the middle. Maybe. Is there like another word we can make over this now? No. Also, we've got this A and this T. Are this T and this A going to be connected? They totally are. Like, why not? Because like this will all be filled in and I'll do TA. Yeah, okay. So that's going to be tar. From that corner to that corner. Some point I want to end up with an LO, and that's going to do a diagonal somewhere, which might get rid of a bunch of this stuff, like maybe the, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. B to E would be nice, but L A, that is part of a word, but for slack, which I don't have again. 2 T's. We could connect the T to the A and like fill in what? What do I want to do with a tar? There's just like so many single letters around. Like that's it's kind of interesting. Like if I did do tar, I filled in like VV. Wait, so I'd have to, hold on, I'd have to have filled in that. And I do tar, yeah. What am I doing? Yeah, tar VV. Is there another V anywhere? No. Does that do anything for me? LT are now connected. That doesn't feel good. No. Pretty sure I'm starting off with that flag though. I don't see any other place to start. Hold on. So I'm saying I would like to like connect the B to the E. If that's the case, then there needs to be an X there. But the only way an X is going there by writing BE. So is there some other way these two are going to connect, like go all the way around? It would have to do that, wouldn't it? And then an X would go there, and then we do the LOL or something? Oh, it's not completely infeasible, right? Not completely infeasible. Okay, let's keep that in mind. So B going all the way around, so therefore filling in the rest of this somehow. Okay, what could I fill in that allows me to do some more words around the outside? Two adjacent things, or it could be one and a thing in the middle. That's like quite a lot of possibilities. T, okay, if I filled in the A and the G, T, L, A, I have to also fill in something else here. Can I get LOK? I guess I could do the K and the V and do LOK. Sure, let's go for it. K and the V, and then do LOK. That gives us one more we could do to get another word somewhere. Let's fill in all of this. So this L and this A are going to have to be part of something, like a tlac, right? But there's no T's up this way. What else can L and A be part of? L and A, nothing. Tar, not L. L's only in tlac and LOK, but not with an A. So what's this getting used for? Was the LOK doable at the beginning? No, because that K was there. And how do they get rid of that K? Using the tlac outputs. So how are these going? Wait, so I've just done LOK, and I haven't scribbled anything out, right? LOK, yeah. So that maybe I'm scribbling out something down here, like the L, the A. The A? Tlaz. T. Tlaz. Is there another K anywhere? Do we have any more Ks? One here, one there, which I scribbled out, which is maybe an issue, and one there. So there's three Ks. So if we're doing tlac, if we're doing two tlacs, we want, we really want there to be, we really want to not have scribbled out that K, but in that case, that means the tlac we did first needs to not cover that, so we're not doing the LOK yet. So let's say I did want to do a T, L, A, K. I have to get rid of that and that. Is there some way I could do that? That and that. You and you. How do I get rid of you? Right now I'm getting rid of two, but they have to be adjacent to each other. So like those two or those two, but then what? Oh, I guess I can do a tar. Ooh, okay, I can do a tar across the tlac. And then I've got another T. Now that's interesting. Okay, so let's say I get rid of U2 from my tlac. Then I do tar to get rid of... Well, actually, what do I want to get rid of with that? Oh, I got rid of an A. That's not something I've done. Oh, no, it is, because I'm doing tar. What do I want to get rid of with these now? Something. We could figure that out later. I can now do another tlac. T-L-A-K. Can I get close to be able to connect the B to the E? If I got rid of the Z and the K, maybe? Oh, but then there's potential for a lock. L-O-K. That totally is. Okay, let's just imagine I've done the second... Wait, no, what is it? I've done a tlac and I've done a tar. Okay, so I've filled in some other letter. That's fine. Maybe it's V. And then T, L, A, K. Let's get rid of two more things. Like Z and Y, if we had got rid of the V's. Then L, O, K. This is totally about connecting these two things. To get rid of something else. How are these? Oh, these two are going to be part of the LOLO. We're going to loop around, right? So that got rid of one of these. I think I'm almost there. B can go all the way around. BE. We can put X here. Then we can do... Oh, so I just needed to have picked the correct one to leave a diagonal in here. Interesting. To leave a diagonal that I can fill in and I can do tar. Okay, let's just do that again on the plastic sheet. So it was... What was it? It was tlac. Gives us two things, and then tar's going to be the next one. Where did I put the two things? Oh no. I don't recall. And then it's going to be another tlac. So I guess it was the L and the J, was it? L and J. Then tar. This is something I had to decide, so maybe we leave that for now. We have a tar that I have not done. Then we have another tlac. To get rid of two more. If I want to do LOK next, I can do it already. So which two do I want to get rid of? Well, let's decide afterwards, I guess. T-L-A-K with a tlac. And we've got LOK, which we can do. So we have a LOK to get rid of as well. At that point, we're hoping we'll be able to do BE, put the thing in and do LOLO. So this gets rid of multiple of a single letter. Could be Y instead of the V. This gets rid of two adjacent ones. And the Z does need to go at some point. And the LOK gets rid of one. So we want to leave, so we can get rid of at most 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and one of them needs to be outside. So 4 on the inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. So leaving either the Y and the J or the V and the G would be good. Yeah. Y and the J or the V and the G. It's going to be the Y and the J because we're going to... No, it's going to be the V and the G. What was the issue I had before then? It's like we didn't leave a diagonal. So let's say we wanted to leave... I guess if I'm getting rid of the Z... There's probably a few ways I can do this, right? If I use the LOK on the Z... And then... the tlac on... if I do that... Then what's left? Nothing's adjacent. If I do that, what's left? Nothing's adjacent. Okay, so I actually don't want to use that there. That is actually going to be the tlac. I need to leave two adjacent. That's two adjacent. What am I using my tar on then? No, How does it make sense? Tar in here and here. Oh, tlac. Yeah, it doesn't work. Hold on. I don't have two adjacent anymore. I've used the tlac. Where was I? So it was this. That. Okay, that's fine. The J is already gone, right? From doing this. The Z is not, but it will be, right? Like that is going to be part of the tlac. Like that. So tlac is gone. LOK, I need to leave two diagonal. At this point, it's going to have to be the Y and the J, right? But at this point, I can't. I can't use TA in a useful way. I need to get rid of three more. So no, that doesn't work. It does not work. What am I doing wrong here? I feel like I'm close. That's gone already. I think it has to be in order for me to do the other stuff that I'm doing. I'm not using TA on the Z because that would be too weak. So I'm using LOK on the Z, and then the tlac somewhere else. The tar's going to be on the Y or the V, but it never leaves two things adjacent for me to get rid of. If I do it on the V, then okay. If I do it on the V, then the diagonal is going to be Y and J. Therefore, I need to get rid of these two, but they're not adjacent. If I do it on the Y, the diagonal is going to be the V and the G, but then the J and the V aren't adjacent. We have a problem. When does the E go? LOK. When does that E go? Oh, it's the B and E. Yeah, of course. Okay, so this is just a case of how do I figure out... There's no arrangement of this that works, right? Z isn't diagonal with any of these. What am I missing? Let's do it again from scratch. I just want to double check I'm not like missing something during the process. T, LAK. That leads to getting rid of two things. Well, the next thing I want to do is tar, but then maybe getting rid of these two is wrong, right? Because I could do... yes, good point. But I don't want to get rid of the L's with the tar, but I do want to get rid of the L later so that I can do tlac next. So I'm either getting rid of the L with the tlac or I'm getting rid of the tar. But if I do it with the tar, then I'm getting rid of all the L's, and that's a big problem. So I have to be getting rid of it with the tlac. Right? Unless it's not that L, but it has to be that L that's gone. If I'm going past it, that L needs to be out of there so I can do the tlac. T, L, I need an A, I need a K, well the L needs to go out of the way. It's not going to be the tar that gets it, so it has to be this. There's no other option. No other option. TA. This point I decide whether I get rid of Y's or V's, I think. Then I do a LOK. No, then I do a tlac. But the place that I put the Y or the V could affect adjacency, not in a good way. Oh, but if I do V's, that will affect the adjacency here. And yes, V's from the tar. Then we do tlac. And do this and this. Then we do LOK. And do this, the G. Then we do B. Okay, everything works. Everything works. Okay, so it's tlac. Get rid of the J and the L. That was forced. I love how I just like, you can really narrow down the deductions you can make to work your way forwards. Is so good. T, A, to get rid of the V's, right? And that changes, that's the thing I was missing. It changes which things the tlac would affect because of the ordering of these words. So then it's tlac here to get rid of the Z and the Y. Then we have LOK. It's such a cool puzzle. LOK to get rid of the G. Then we have B to E to create an X here. Then we have a loop that we can do around here. LO, LO. Get rid of this. To get rid of a diagonal, which will be the Y and the J. Then we've got T. We can go through that along here. Turn at the X, turn at the X. T to A, tar. Get rid of all the X's. And we're done. Holy moly. These are great puzzles. Really, really, really great. Okay, so that means of all the puzzles that are like normal numbered puzzles, there's only one left. 80. Do we think we can do it? Hopefully. It's also listed as an advanced puzzle, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so learn the last keyword, GRIVA. If you find a blackout GRIVA in the following puzzle, you immediately and successfully finish the game. Okay, so just find the word GRIVA. What? There's no G. There's no R. There's no I. There's no V. There is an A. So I have to make 4 of those letters. Whoa. We've got 5 B's. How many E's do we have? We're obviously going to be using the plastic. Thank goodness this came with the plastic. I remember at first being like, oh, I probably won't use the plastic. Turns out it's extremely helpful. I like the pattern on this page. It's nice. All the little creatures together. Is this also going to be a valid puzzle? Like, clearly those letters mean something, and then it says the end. So it might be a valid puzzle itself. We'll see, I guess. So I need to put a bunch of letters in here. A is available, but then potentially we're doing all 5. And we're using all the B's and the E's. How many E's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Feels quite likely that's what's happening. We can do a BE immediately. That's the only one we can do immediately. Can we do any other words? Tlac, there's only one T. LOK, no, but if the T were gone, yes. Tlac could happen if this were filled in. That's feeling quite likely. Right, there's a tlac up to there. What would I want along here then? X's? Possibly. Like I do a B, put an X in, then B, put an X in, B, put an X in, B, put an X in. But then I'm running out of like, oh, question marks are a thing. Oh no. Question marks are definitely a thing. So like I might as well put question marks in them, right? So B question mark. Not there. Let's just do it here. B question mark. B question mark. Okay, so I can use those to do a tlac if I want to. I cannot. I was thinking, can I use the tlac to fill in the A and the L? No. Oh no, they'll get filled in anyway because they're part of the tlac. Okay, so tlac will fill in 2 things. And make the LOK open up as well. And these are still question marks, so I can still use them for other purposes. So like, yeah, I could still make those G, R, I, V, and A. So they've done that. So I can get to fill in two more things. It could be the S and the Z, and then they can do two more B's, put question marks in here. Isn't this everything? LOK gets rid of the M. I think I'm done. So the slack gets rid of the S and the Z. We then have B going across to put a question mark in here. Does it need to be a question mark, or could it just be the letters that I need? It might as well just be the letters that I need. So like G. Ooh, I need to be able to turn. Like if they, but if they're X's, yeah, if they're X's, I can just like spin around in a loop, right? So is GRIVA all going to be in one space? So the next thing is, so I did black, I filled those in, I did another BE, right? Well, that's that. And let's put a question mark in. Then we've got another BE, put a question mark in. We've got LOK, and get rid of the M. So we've got these question marks. If you become an X, and you become an X, and you become an X, and you become an X, we can do the GRIVA in there. That's the whole thing, I think. That's really cool. So that really fell together quite nicely and simply. BE. I'm pretty sure this is correct. BE, put a question mark here. BE, because we can just use it as a conductor, put a question mark here. BE, use it as a conductor again, question mark here. Slack. Do this, which almost makes it so I can do BE here, but only once I've done the output of the slack, which is the Z and the S. Now these can be connected to do the very final BEs. Question mark. Yeah, they do need to all be question marks. So I guess these could be X's at this point, right? You just write an X. I'm never going to use it as anything else. In fact, that could have been an X. I'm not using it as anything else. That has to be a question mark. X, X. Although if I've written an X there, no, yeah, I only use those as X's, so they're X's. B, where am I? BE, that's that X. BE, that's that X. Oh, but what's filling in the X's at the end? Oh no, I'm not good, am I? The X's aren't going to get filled in. I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake. When do the X's get filled in? The LOK can do the M. But the X's, and they can't be the letters. There's no weird trick I could do if they were question marks, right? Where I like I use that as the G, and then I go round until I hit. No, at that point it's a G, right? And then I'm shading it in. I don't know, but I can change the letters as I go. So it could become an X again, and then that becomes the R. But then I'm going to continue that way. I'm thinking like, can I use them all as a letter? But no, if I use it as a letter, I'm going to go off to the sides. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to erase. Unless I'm not thinking of something here. No, the X's need to go. Does that mean I need a tar at some point? Does that mean I need a tar? If you find and black out GRIVA here, So there's no special rule where GRIVA lets me rotate around. Okay, let's erase. Whoops. Not think about the X's at the end. One second. Okay. That will do. How is this gonna work then? Like, I feel like I'm on the right track. Like, everything else works out unless it's like all red herring. Like, the X's, how are they gonna go? What are they X's? I mean, they're still question marks, right? Oh. Hold on. If they're still question marks and I'm using them as X's, then I can do GRIVA, use them all up, and they're still question marks, and I haven't scribbled it in. I can then just turn two of them into T and A and go, oh, I think I had it right. Turn them into T and A, target. I think I had it. I think that works, right? I do GRIVA looping around. That gets rid of one of them. The rest remain question marks. I turn two of them into T and A. I go down. This will all be solid. Turn here, turn there, A. Yeah, okay. It was totally fine. I didn't need to erase it. B, E, question mark. B, E, question mark. B, E, question mark. Slack. I think putting the X's on confused me, or maybe missed an option. Slack, S, Z, B, E, question mark. I like how the idea is that I'm finding the word GRIVA, but it never actually appears. B, E, question mark, LOK, get rid of the M. Okay, so the way it works at this point is G, I'm making this a G, X, 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 R, X, X. In fact, if I find and black out GRIVA in the following puzzles that I immediately successfully finish the game, I don't even need to fill in the whole thing. The puzzle can be solved, and the puzzle cannot be solved and I complete the game. That's kind of weird, but I think I can also just solve the puzzle. So G around, R around, I around, V around, A. I found the thing. I've completed the game officially. But then question mark becomes T and A. And we do T to the X, turn A, fill in the X's. So I can both complete the puzzle and complete the game. Woohoo! I'm pretty sure that's right. Is this a puzzle then? Probably. I'm going to go to all the picture puzzles afterwards. Here we go. Congratulations. You've come to the end. Thank you for taking part in this journey. I hope you had a good time and perhaps expanded your mind a bit in the process. LOK is very dear to my heart. It is a distilled expression of something inside of me that is hard to put into words. I had to make up a new LOK language. I think we misunderstand each other too often. At the same time, I think that every little word, nod, or even a thought impacts and significantly alters this strange place we all share. The first source, inspiration, found typo. First source of inspiration was Citellen P. Poo Lily by Stephen Lavelle. I'm not aware of that one, but Stephen Lavelle puts out lots of stuff, so it's not too surprising that I don't know all of them. A set of word search puzzles using the Toki Pona language, modern language of only 128 words. Curious. Works by Matthew Brown, Jonathan Blow, Serkan Urekli, Tatsunami, and Yu Asaka were also important beacons along the way. Music that was on repeat during the development. Liquid Throne of Simplicity by Sirom. It's album time by Todd Turhay, something like that, Turjay. Playing the piano 12/12/2020 by Ryuichi Sakamoto, Under the Sun by Mark Pritchard, and Structure by Water from the Eyes, Hyperlight Drifter by Disaster Piece. Lots of music. On the next pages, you'll find 2 small self-contained expansions meant as a dessert after the main dish. You can try them out if you wish to stay a little bit longer in this world. I definitely wish to do that. This is super cool. Should we make it that next time? I wonder how much we'll be able to get done. We should at least revisit the picture puzzles. They might be simple now that I know all the rules. They might involve all the rules for all I know. Picture puzzles and then expansions, if we get to it. Depends how hard they are. Okay, cool. Super neat. I'm very happy I've got this and I'm doing a physical copy of it, and it's just so nice. It's just really well designed in many, many ways. Awesome. Okay, we shall do the picture puzzles. We'll start with the picture puzzles next time. See you then.